Hello, hello. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was getting some stuff ready and I didn't realize what time it was. Let me get over to the other side and I'm going to mute over here and go over there. Okay, let me get this and I'm going to get my iPad so I can read the chat.
I wish more senior women knew printable chip.
Okay, let me make sure that we're...
Air yoga helps you lose cortisol belly on Monday, September 8th.
Let's see if it's gonna... Okay, good. All right, I'm going to mute and go over there. Over here, let me just... hold on. You have iPad. I'll show you what I'm working on. Okay. Okay. Let me get my coffee cup too. I need more coffee in here. I've been trying to organize some stuff today. Worked on some stuff today. Prepped some stuff today. Okay. So I want to make Christmas ornaments. So these decoupage papers, I'm going to do something with those. I want to finish some of the stuff that I'm working on. These I want to complete. I want to make another wooden dish with these napkins. I want to do this candle dish with the hedgehog. I really like the hedgehog. There's embellishments I took out or something. These, this one is pressed if I wanted to put something. This one, the ledger, I just put white paint on the front of it. I have to scrape that paint off, but okay. And this one, I don't even think I prepped that one yet. No, okay. Put these over here. I'll show you. I'm getting something together for Gia. She likes little things. So I have these little buckets like this, and I'm going through my mini brands and getting candy. All the little candy. So then I'm going to like I have a little eyeball. And I want because I want these coming out on the top. Like that. So I think she'll like that. So I'm gonna go fix those up for her. Got more candy here. That's just the start of it. And then I have this little card I think she'll like. And this little doll. Those are just some of the things I've got. I've got a lot more to get to her. I told her I thought I gave her bags of them before, but I think I put them in my craft room for her and didn't end up that way. So I was pulling some out now. Okay. All right. And then, oh yeah, this is so fast for her too. Okay. Then I've got some of these little sunflowers things. I was looking for, just bought these other ones. And of course, don't know what I'm doing with them, what I did with them, even though I like vividly remember buying them. And I know that I've had them. So anyway, let me get some of the stuff that I bought over here. There's so I have this butterfly. I did put the ribbon on it. And then it's got a little, some rosettes right there. So that's done. And then I have this mason jar that I'm working on. During in the members live, you probably saw this. I'm gonna put like a raffia bow maybe, and then something there. And then I have this one. And then I have the Paris. I finished that and I showed you how I did that. Those are some of the things. Now I've got these things that I'm working on. Oh, yes. And then I have this, which I'm going to add the sparkles to. It's on a little heart. And I have these really nice chunky risers. They have nice feet on them. So I have this one. This one that I made. And this one that I made. Got all those. And then I have this that I worked on today. I think I just started this today. Or the most yesterday. I don't know. I think I started it today though. I do. That was something that I just, it's got to be sanded off and top coated and all that good stuff. So I have that. And now I want to do something with those mason jars. I want to do this candle dish. Jars. Oh, and I want to do some Christmas ornaments. Could actually do a spooky Halloween candle dish if I wanted to. But we'll see. I was gonna do the hedgehog in here. Well, and then I've got these to do some Christmas ornaments. And I've got to paint these so that they're nice and white for the ornaments. So got to get started on that. All right, let me get my coffee and my iPad so I can talk to you guys in the chat. And then of course I have this. I'm gonna work on another one of those. Okay. Let me get my coffee. I'm gonna get to the live chat. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. Okay. This. After this, we're gonna do Mackenzie Shrillo texts. I know how much you guys are enjoying those. I mean, I don't know if enjoying is the right word, but appreciate those. I've been getting all your emails and comments, and thank you very much. To new subscribers, we welcome you. New members, we welcome you. Okay. What did I do with that over here? Okay. Let me log in on my iPad so I can talk to you. Do. All right. Okay. And thank you, Denise, for the super thanks. Appreciate that. Okay. Here we are.
Civility.
Hi, Denise. Hi, Linda. Hi, Gil. Oopsie. Got this. Okay, so let me get myself here. I wanted also do some of the, hold on, that's not, oh, I gotta talk to you about, I watched this thing on Netflix. It's called Unknown Number. Boy, that is highly disturbing. It is about cyberbullying of teenager, but it ended up that it was the teenager's own mother that was doing it. And I don't know, I was watching the documentary, I was getting a couple calls, but at the end, this one woman says something like, well, she kind of implicates the husband and the daughter in it as well as the mother. And I'm like, wait, did I just hear that right? And I rewound it like 3 times. And yeah, I heard that. And I'm like, what is going on? Is she saying that they're involved in that? And I don't know how much. I'm sorry, how much would you want for the dragonfly trinket box? Oh, this one, Denise? I think I usually start these at 12, don't I? Isn't that what I normally do? It might have been 14, but I think I've started them at 12. I'm gonna put some magic sparkles as what's her name says, manager. Everything's better with magic sparkles. I'm gonna put some magic sparkles on that. And I might even put a little, I don't know if I might put something else. I'm toying around with the idea, but I'm gonna put magic sparkles on it right now. Come here, magic sparkles. Everything's better with magic. Now, again, so what I'm using here is the Mod Podge Extreme Glitter. They have another one that I have, and it's like, I think it's called Sparkle or something. But mostly I buy the Extreme Glitter now. I don't see that much of a difference in it, and it's kind of like go big or go home. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. Okay. Now what else do I want to sparkle? What did I want to sparkle the sunflowers? There was something else. Let me put the sunflowers. Yeah. Put the butterfly back over here. Now, I have got to do something else. What was the other thing I was going to do? Oh, I might put some magic sparkles on this because stuff like this should always have magic sparkles, I think. Like, and this is nice because it doesn't flake off the way that glitter can all over the place. There we go. Okay, Denise, thank you. I'll put you down for that. Thank you so much. Okay, so we got this. Oh, I know what I wanted to put the sparkles on. The birds here. These definitely need winter Christmas sparkles, especially when. Oh, and I forgot to show you some other thing, and that needs sparkles too. Okay. Got this butterfly. And to add sparkles on this. So probably get something else too. So anyway, I was watching that. Did anybody watch that Netflix documentary? Unknown number or something, and you wouldn't believe it because the mother's in the documentary and like all these players are in the documentary and you're like, wait, and it tells you, it's like, spoiler alert, no, it's all over the internet. It's not like they're trying to hide it from you. You already know like what's going on. Has anybody watched it though? Okay, now I've got to get some white. It's really disturbing because she, I'm sorry, but there's like something wrong with that. If they were all in on it, there's something really wrong with all of them, but there is something like really wacko because the mother, she, what was I going to say about her? She is writing, okay, starts when her daughter is 12 and dating this 12-year-old. And they start getting really disturbing messages, the kids do. And saying like, oh, he doesn't like you, you're so ugly. And then going really graphically into sexual things. And even the officer was like, wait, do you have like, when he found me, like when it was found out, do you have something going on with this kid or something, or an infatuation with him? Because you just wouldn't say these things. It really shows you like, I don't, and then she just started making all these excuses. And then she went to like prison for like a year, I think. And the daughter's not allowed to see her now, but I have to watch it again because this lady at the end says something like, a lot of these documentaries are going to show you one way that this ends. And then I knew that if they didn't investigate, she's saying like the girl and the father, they were just going to go off and pretend they're victims or something. And I'm thinking like, oh, wait, what did she just say? You know, did anybody see that? Probably not. Probably not. You guys didn't see that. Oh no, my phone's going to die. Hold on. I have to get a charger. Hang on. Ah, I can't believe that. Let me get a charger for my phone. So into the zone of painting these, I don't want to stop. I'll get a charger. Hang on. Hi, Denise. We gotta go. We gotta get Netflix back. You did watch a lot of things. Um, yeah, I don't get it really. I don't get what she said. That's why I'm, now you wonder why I have paint all over my hands, under my nails. I have black paint all under my nails. That's not dirt, it's black paint. I now have white paint all over my fingers. Isn't that lovely? That's black paint. They'll say, no, it's not. It's dirt. She's got dirt all over her nails. She's such a dirty, dirty girl. Yeah, it's black paint. I get into my work and I've got to get the charger. So let me go. We do one more and I'm going to get the charger. We're gonna really ride the, what are they? Red line. Today I texted Scooter. I said, what are you doing? How are you? You know, I asked her because Scooter and I deal better with stuff with humor. Okay. We're on the same wavelength with it. She much rather have me make her laugh, which is what she tells me. Come on and make me laugh. Call me up and make me laugh. She doesn't want me to talk about things. So that's how we deal with it. So I texted her, you know, I said, how you holding up and everything. And we talked about that for a few minutes. And then I said, why are you ignoring me? Did you block me? Why am I on read only? What is going on? Do you want me to come over there? I'm coming over there. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. You're at Carl's house. I bet you're at Carl's house, right? I'm gonna break every window in Carl's house. Oh my gosh. I was texting like the text we've been reading. Oh my gosh. And she was laughing hysterically. I'm like, can we hang? Can we hang after? I'm like, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna wait for you. Um, I'm on my way now. I'm walking. Okay. All right. Let me go get my phone cord and let me wash kind of my hands a little bit. But okay, hold on. My coffee's over here. Ah, all right. Phone cord, phone cord. That's the iPad cord. Phone cord, iPad cord, phone cord. All right. Charger being charged, ladies. Good. Hang on. Let me put his life support on my phone here. That goes in there. That goes in there. All right, let me get my coffee. Oh, where did I put my coffee? This is weird. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. All right. It's already like, it's not even lukewarm. All righty, righty, righty. Let me just use up. So, what'd you say? You watched the long legs? What's the long legs? What's that? So if he's doing a little bit better, that's nice. It's good. Abby said she was going to come up. She had to go to the store first. They got a new phone. Something happened to her phone. Oh no. I think it's a little bit like a psychological thriller, Denise says. I didn't get all the way through, though. The more I go, let's see what the rest is. Okay. Okay. What did you say? You'll watch something for a little bit and be okay with it, and then at the end, you get you get antsy and you can't watch it anymore? Hmm. You can't watch it anymore. You need to take a break, and then you go and watch several days seeing something. Okay. I hear you. So they haven't that Kentucky cheerleader, the coroner's not announcing the results on the baby yet or something, right? And then you have what's her name? Uh what's her name? Megan Boswell, sentenced to 2 life sentences. 81 years, I believe she got. Yeah. And then Donna, did you guys go see my poem that I wrote for Donna? Did you? Okay. But yeah, Donna. Okay, let's do something. All right, let me get. But okay. Okay. Let me wash this. Hold on. I know you can't hear the water running. clean my brush. Oh, clean the bush. All right. I'll keep around on that side. Oh, brother, what did I do with my? Jimmy? Please check that our son made it back. Oh, okay. The older one.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh. What? No, I'm on live. I am.
Okay.
I didn't even hear what you said, but I don't think you know I'm on live or something. No. All right, let me get this. Driving me crazy. Hold on a sec. Thanks. Okay. It's paint on me. Trying to wash the paint off. It doesn't come off. I've got magic sparkles on me too. I'm trying to peel that off. Oh my goodness. Things are a mess here. I think I was working with that stain. The stain I used, that's what it is. It's the patina stain. It actually patinaed my fingernails. Great stuff. I have to wear gloves next time. Anyway. Okay, so we gotta let these dry. Let me let this dry. Dry over there. Oh, I was making these little tags. And I've got to do the other sides. And then I'll have to put like beads on them. Got a bunch of those to make. I have some wooden ones too. Let me see here. Want to do a fall with Snoopy sound. Where did I put that napkin? Hang on, I gotta get the napkin. He put it in there. Oh, I use the bigger size. Okay. So this is going to be a good size for this. Now, We'll fill in the rest with paint, but I'm gonna cut as much of this as I can. How you doing? Pineapple, there's pineapple cut up in the blue Tupperware. Okay, and then this will be nice because we can actually do like, uh-oh, what happened to my camera? Oh, no, I thought it did. It just one of those other, do like, it's like sponge, like an ombre effect of like orange and yellow and brown around it, like a vignette. I'm just removing the layers. All right, my scooter couldn't get her third layer off, and then we had to have her use tape. Okay. $12 we're gonna do the Mackenzie Shrilla texts. Jan Brill, where are you? She's like, what? No, those alley ones, alley bought those? Why? What kind flavor is it? Just vanilla?
That would be.
Mhm. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like I put my Mod Pipe on this, but and I did a crackle finish, but I want to do it with the it'll dry fast. I should just get my heat gun. Hey, I bought a chainsaw today, so we're gonna be doing wood projects. Yep. I had a nice person. Thank you, manager. She sent me a little thing and she said, this is towards your chainsaw or whatever you want. And I got a good price on a chainsaw. I bought a chainsaw today, Jimmy. And then, so I'm gonna do some wood. I watched the guy and he was doing rounds and stuff like that. So it was good. And hey there, buddy. It was, so we're gonna be doing rounds and the longer sticks for the McCollums for the wind chimes. Oh, that's what I have to do. I have to go get a bunch of hooks, like those, just like cup hooks. I have to get a couple of those, a couple hundred. Yeah, no joke. So I forgot to order those. Thank you, manager. And thank you for the super thanks that you've been leaving, manager. I appreciate that. Okay, this is gonna be better. It's gonna be a better base. When we go to make the vignette, but it's also, the other one was almost like a gesso or gesso, people say, but it wasn't gesso, but it looked like gesso would look. I always think like, oh, is it gonna have the crackle finish because if I have the Mod Podge, but it doesn't do that for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. But I don't know why I'm not happy with the color tones. Okay, and I think I'm going to, where's the other one? Where's the other one? Carolyn, I wish I could stay up. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it. You don't have to stay up. Get your rest. You don't have to be crazy like us. Get your rest. Get your rest. Get your rest. I wish I could. I have one when I made this jar and I got this crackle finish on the jar with the napkin. Still not sure. Oh, I remember how I did that. I got to do that again. That was gorgeous. Sometimes your first thing is like really like the first wooden box I did, a heart pusher, but so I swear it was my most beautiful one, and it just went together all on its own. It's crazy. Okay, and I'm going to show you again what paint I'm using for this. This is the Waverly Plaster chalk paint. All right. All right. Let me get this over here. I need to put that there to dry. And let me see. So yeah, I mean, that pushes back a little bit, but what are you going to do? You don't want to do something half-assed, right? Half-assed. I can do the back of these. Always try to use up as much, especially with the chalk paint. Use what's on your brush because that's like enough. I'm probably going to be able to do the backs of both of these with what I would have washed out in the sink, you know? It's less to wash out. And you're getting the most. Okay. We have to let that dry. Then, okay. I'm going to cover up this. Plaster, paint. Washing my brush out. And my hands, which are all white again. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. Hold on, I'm tweaking, cleaning my punch. Okay. Totally freaking it. All right, all right, Pete, all right, Dave, all right. We have 1 hour till the Mackenzie Shrillas. I've been standing up, my back's killing me now. I've been crafting all day and now standing here too. Okay. You know what? For a minute, I'm gonna go over there and rest my back while this is drying. We'll talk about other stuff. Okay, just hold on. That's better. Oh, that feels nice. I just want to rest my back here for a second. Okay, let's talk about some other things. Just since this is a craft crime and chat, let's do a little bit of the other kind of crime and not only Shrilla. So, Megan Boswell. Megan Boswell. You remember we covered this case from gavel to gavel, even way before the gavel of the trial. From the moment of her arrest, when the baby was finally reported missing after we found out she had been missing for months and months, to the whole Tommy Boswell saga, to all of that. Well, she was sentenced. Let's see here. She was sentenced on Friday to serve an additional 33 years after. Okay, so I said 2 life sentences. I said life plus 33 years. That's what it is. I'm sorry. It is not 2 life sentences. Life plus 33 years. And that would make her eligible for parole when I think she's 102 or 3, something like that. During her sentencing, the judge, Jim Goodwin, decided on sentencing for Boswell on all charges other than the first-degree murder of her toddler daughter, Evelyn Boswell. She was sentenced on Friday to serve an additional 33 years after her life sentence. She was found guilty on 19 charges, excuse me one moment, in the death of her daughter, Evelyn, after an 11-day trial in February. The jury found her guilty on all counts, including 3 counts of first-degree murder. Those 3 murder counts were rolled into 1 during Friday's sentencing hearing. And she was also sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. The sentencing hearing addressed the following charges that she was found guilty of: aggravated child abuse, aggravated child neglect, tampering with evidence, 11 counts of false reports because she lied like crazy when she was going there. Remember that? Abuse of a corpse, failure to report a death under suspicious, unnatural, or unusual circumstances. The Second Judicial District Attorney General's Office filed documents in April seeking enhanced sentencing. The state wanted to see Boswell's other charges result in back-to-back sentence to her murder life sentence, which would keep her in prison for the rest of her life. Her attorney, Gene Scott, opposed that request. He said enhanced sentencing would go against what the jury decided. And he said if Megan Boswell was able to serve time for her other charges concurrently during her life sentence, she would be released when she's about 69 years old. Her murder conviction could have resulted in a life sentence without the possibility of parole, but the jury decided to grant her the possibility after a sentencing trial that took place immediately after the criminal trial. And during that sentencing trial, the jurors heard testimony from Boswell's mother, grandmother, and foster mother. So let's see. Megan Boswell took the stand and said the state of Tennessee has treated her unfairly throughout the investigation and the trial. She said, and I quote, "I would like to say that the state of Tennessee treated me very unfair during the whole investigation, and if I had a fair trial and an impartial jury, I would have been acquitted of the murder charges. I would have never hurt my baby, and I did not kill Evelyn." Now there's others that took the stand, like Sullivan County Sheriff Jeff Cassidy. He said the sheriff's office was the first agency to be involved in the case. When Evelyn was reported missing, an Amber Alert was issued after Evelyn was reported missing. And he said investigators were working around the clock for 18 days. That equaled about 740 hours of work. And he said that if Boswell had told the investigators the truth from the beginning, the search for Evelyn and this entire investigation would have been handled differently. He also told the court that the community offered to help in any way possible, bringing food for the investigators, and he then was released as a witness without cross-examination. Then came the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office Lieutenant Matt Price. He was shown a series of photos that were used as evidence during Megan's trial, specifically photos of Evelyn's body when it was recovered from that kitchen trash can. That was horrendous. The final photo he was shown was one of the last known photos taken of Evelyn when she was alive, and then he was released. Then she took the stand. And then Deputy District Attorney William Harper told the court that the state was still seeking enhanced sentencing, and they want Megan Boswell to serve her sentences consecutively, with the sentences from all other charges being served after her life sentence for the murder conviction. Harper said Megan's treatment of Evelyn's body, which was found compressed in a garbage can, was a factor to consider, and the fact that Megan Boswell was the mother of the victim should be weighed. He also told the judge that Megan's callous behavior after Evelyn's death should be taken into account, and he stated that she went on trips afterwards and she never even reported Evelyn missing. He claimed that the severity of Megan's crimes and her repeated false statements given to investigators were enough to classify her as a dangerous offender. He said it was in the interest of public safety for Boswell to serve a longer time in prison. And you can remember that she got together with that guy and they were looking for an apartment, and they put, she was at the time saying she was pregnant, remember all that business, and she wasn't even listing Evelyn as anyone that was going to be living in the home. Yeah. And then people didn't see Evelyn anymore. And you remember, like, so many people said they would have helped her with the baby. They would have, taken the baby, and that was her solution. So referencing Megan's brief statement, the judge told Goodwin that she still shows no remorse. He asked that her sentences run consecutively scoop that around. Oh my gosh, I'm talking like that lady. the DA told the judge that Megan shows no remorse. He asked that her sentence is run consecutively at maximum capability. Her attorney, Megan's attorney, Gene Scott, then delivered his argument, saying that Megan Boswell did not have any real criminal history prior to the charges she was convicted of in February, and that she's been in jail since she's been 18 years old. He reiterated that she was entitled to a chance of life outside of the prison when her life sentence for murder conviction was served. He said that Megan's 3 murder convictions should be merged to serve as one sentence, and that the sentence for the 16 other charges should be served concurrently at one time rather than consecutively, one after the other. He also told the judge that a defendant has the right to maintain their innocence, which Megan did when she made her statement on Friday. The court went into a recess for 15 minutes, and then the judge came back. He said he had considered all evidence and statements made in the case. He went over the range of sentencing for each, and then the state submitted a number of enhancement factors to consider when sentencing Boswell, and he went over those and accepted some of them. He said the age of Evelyn at the time of her death was between 13 and 15 months old, and that was an accepted enhancing factor, as was the nature of the crime and the way her body was disposed, Evelyn's body. He said, and I quote, and this is the judge, thinking back on the proof I heard, there can be no more cruel act than to stuff a 13 to 15-month-old baby wrapped in blankets and aluminum foil in a trash can, especially when that baby is your own baby. He said one mitigating factor that could be taken into account when sentencing Megan is her age at the time of the offense, saying that while she was a young adult, it had become clear during the trial that Megan saw a chance to lead a different life without Evelyn and removed her. Megan's lack of working history was also brought up by the judge, but he did note that she did not have a previous criminal past. After weighing all of those factors, he decided on one sentence for her. For the aggravated child abuse and neglect charges, he said the court was of the opinion that a 25-year sentence was appropriate when the two were rolled together. For tampering with evidence, he sentenced her to 6 years. On the false report charges, he cited a previous ruling, merged all 11 counts into one, and was given a 4-year sentence on the false reporting charges. The abuse of a corpse charge and the failure to report a death were each 2-year sentences, and her 3 murder charges were merged into one. On the matter of consecutive or concurrent sentencing, Goodwin cited another ruling and said certain factors must be met in order to rule in favor of consecutive sentences. He called back-to-back photos of Evelyn stuffed headfirst into a trash can, and he said that there was no doubt in his mind that Megan killed her without hesitation. And he said the proof presented in the trial showed how she lived after Evelyn's death and how she appeared to behave. It led him to believe that Megan thought of Evelyn as something in the way of the life she wanted. He said the court never once saw remorse, it never once saw empathy out of the defendant. So she is a dangerous offender. He said that the way parole is set up requires that she serves 51 years before she is eligible for parole. Society does need to be protected from evil that lurks in her heart. He sentenced her to serve the 25 years for the aggravated child abuse and child neglect after the murder life sentences. The 6-year tampering charge and the 4-year false report sentencing could be served concurrently, but must be served after the 25-year sentence, and the 2-year abuse of a corpse and the failure to report a death sentence are to be served concurrently, but after the 6-year tampering with evidence sentence. So a status hearing is set for January 16th, 2026, and Boswell will likely appear virtually for that hearing. So that's a lot there, right? Okay. I'm sure she'll be trying to appeal that. Okay, let's see. And the other thing, what is the other thing that I said? Oh, yeah. Let me go to. Hi, Slam RN, how are you? I was doing a craft live, then my back started to hurt, so I said I had to sit down for a minute. So I decided to do some of the other true crime news because I want to go ahead with those texts at in about 55 minutes. So I decided to talk about Megan Boswell. And you know about Donna Adelson, right, Slam? Did you watch my video of my poem to Donna? Did you see that? I don't think you did.
Kisses. Have a good life.
What?
Okay, I love you.
Love you.
Have a good night. Goodbye.
Yeah. Okay, and hey, Amy's Justice, you made a live. You're glad to be a member again. Well, thank you for being a member for 43 months, and thank you for becoming a member again. We're glad to have you back, Amy. Yeah, I was doing some crafts, and then my back started to hurt because I've been doing crafts all day. So I decided to come and do some other true crime because I'm going to go live at 12 with the rest of those texts, which are just crazy from that girl. I mean, you know, I can't even imagine. I thought J-Bells was freaking draining, okay? This girl, she doesn't know just, I mean, she can't stop herself. It's ridiculous. Okay, there was one other thing. So, Amy, have you seen that documentary on Netflix, Unknown Number? Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Have you seen that, Slam RN, Unknown Number? It's crazy. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can. Okay, so what this was happened. Let me show you. This mother, and this is the actual mother right here, and she appears in the documentary. She reminds me of someone, but she really scares the crap out of me now that I've watched this. That's the mother. Her name is Kendra Licari. And this happened in Michigan. She sent her daughter through nearly 2 years worth of bullying text messages. And I mean, they were horrendous. I mean, horrendous. Not only were they, did at one point she told her daughter to take her own life, but she was disguised as like a teenager that was with the 12-year-old daughter's boyfriend, telling her that that boyfriend really doesn't like you, that she's having stuff with doing stuff to him. I mean, it was so graphic. so bad. And then she would say, like at this time, my mother would come and she'd say, "Oh my gosh, did you got those messages again? You know you're pretty, right, honey? You know you're beautiful, right, honey?" I just realized who she reminds me of, someone that I actually know in real life, and it's scary that I could almost imagine that person doing this. But anyway, they said, like, were you like jealous of your daughter? Did you want to were you having a relationship with her boyfriend? Which is just disgusting because he was 12 years old, okay? And then one person said it was like Munchausen's, but instead of making her daughter sick, she was emotionally making her daughter sick and need her. But she was the cause of the pain. And it wasn't just her daughter, it was the boyfriend. So his whole family was involved in this. And the two sets of parents were good friends. And she was trying to go to the police and to help the other mother to try to figure out who this is. And eventually, the investigators were like, one of the moms had made numbers of everyone that they thought it could be. But then they put their own numbers on there too. And he like pinged something. She was the one that came up her number. And then he went to the house and she really didn't deny it. But the thing that I'm saying is because they make it sound in this documentary, the one woman that speaks at the end makes it sound like the husband and the daughter are involved too. And I will tell you that when the police are at the house and they call her daughter in, okay, and they tell her daughter, like, it was your mother that was doing this, the daughter's reaction is not at all, not one bit, what you would expect. Not one bit. The father had a reaction like that, but this other guy says that this other woman, I'm sorry, something was going on, and I was looking about this actor over here that was saying something. But this other woman says that what sounds like what she's saying is that the father and the daughter are involved, and I had to rewind it a few times, and I'm like, am I hearing this right thing? So then I said, wait a minute, I'm going to have to talk to somebody that's watched this, because that's what the woman is saying. Unless I'm totally hearing it wrong. So, now, in the documentary, Licari claims that she was not the one who initially sent the text messages to Lauren, because she was getting, Lauren's the daughter. She was getting text messages, and then they stopped for like 11 months. But then others are saying that they don't believe that. So why did she stop for like 11 months? I don't know. Now, she says she first sent the messages with the hope that either of the teens would write back and discuss it among themselves. She theorized that if that happened, something could possibly come up. She says, like, oh, she was trying to find out who it was. Yeah, right, okay, sure. But the messages became increasingly sexual, and then they eventually referenced Lauren's insecurities by calling her anorexic and then telling her daughter to take her own life. She says it was a spiral. It was kind of a snowball effect. I don't think I knew how to stop. They also found out that she had said that she quit 2 jobs, but she was let go from like 2 IT jobs, and then the police were like, there's more into that. The husband didn't know that either. She said she was in an awful place mentally, and that her own previous trauma began to reemerge as Lauren got older. Then she started talking about that, but I don't know if she was throwing that in there as something to explain what she did. I don't know I don't know about the truthfulness or of anything about what she's saying, because this other guy said too, she lies. So Sheriff Mike Main, they believe that Licari, the sheriff, and Lauren believe that Licari was responsible for all of the texts sent, despite the mother's claims. Okay, and so let me see how old. Lauren Licari endured more than a year of relentless cyberbullying for an anonymous number, only to discover that it was her mother, right? Yep. This was released on Netflix August 29th. It's a disturbing case. It took place in Beale City, Michigan. I think she said there's one traffic light in that town and 2 bars, I think she said. Lauren and her then boyfriend, Owen McKinney, began receiving suspicious texts. And they stopped for nearly a year. And then they came back again. And this time when they came back, they were really vulgar, very sexual, and very aggressive. So over the course of the next few months, Lauren received up to 40 to 50 messages a day. And it was weird because they told the mothers, like, you should get rid of their phones or change their numbers. And then this mother was saying, oh, well, we had to take her phone at night and go through each one of these messages to see, what's going on. And she was also very involved. Okay, this is really weird. The boyfriend that her daughter had, the one that she was actually acting like a girl that was with him, and how much better she could take care of him, let me just put it that way, than Lauren. She continued to go to all of his sports events and all of those things, even after her daughter and him had broken up, which really sickened his mother once she learned everything, right? The daughter said, she told me to take my own life. It makes me feel a little bit sad. Why is my own mom telling me to do that? I really want to hear what people are saying about this, because that woman at the end really makes it sound like something else is going on. Lauren was 13, I think she was 12, when she and her boyfriend McKinney began receiving the text. And that was in 2020. So yeah, now they want to say she's 18. I think that's why they're saying that. The messages then paused but resumed in 2021. Yeah. The school and local authorities worked together. And see, this mother said she didn't like the way the school handled it, okay? And the superintendent of the school, Bill Chilbin, said in the documentary that he believed it was a cyber Munchausen's case. He said, and I quote, "She wanted her daughter to need her in such a way that she was willing to hurt her, and this is the way she chose to do that, versus physically trying to make her ill, which is a typical Munchausen's behavior." But this is actually a picture of when the girl allegedly was told, and I did see this today, that it was her mother that was behind this, okay? I'm sorry, it's just like, it's not the reaction. It wasn't even like a gasp, like, "Mom, what? Like, I'm sorry. And again, I'm a skeptic from New York. I'm not going to be sorry about that. I've been writing a lot of cases like Sophie Long. Let's not forget when everybody was at first saying, "Oh my gosh, you've just got to believe this. You just got to believe this. And I said, no, this is not true. This is not true. There is no father in the world that if he truly believes his 8-year-old daughter is getting gang-ard, is going to bring her back there because it's on the court order, okay? So I just called BS on the whole thing. I was right. Something here is not jiving for me. Not at all. That's not the reaction when you are getting the worst text messages. I just don't think this is a normal reaction. That, coupled with what the woman said at the end of the documentary, gives me pause to look into this more before I make any kind of a call of if there's anybody else involved. And that's my opinion, and I am very entitled to it. Okay. Let's see now. Lauren was home in another room when her mom was confronted by police and ultimately confessed to the crimes. They then bring Lauren in the room to hear the truth. She stayed silent, holding on to her mother's hands. She remained quiet, and then she said she turned into sad, which turned into mad, which turned into crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. Why would my mom do this? But did she really actually do this? I can't believe this, honestly. I was just really confused. Okay, and several years after she broke up with that boyfriend, they don't even speak to one another. I see him in the hallway. We really don't have any interactions. And where is she now? Let's see. She's planning to attend college and study criminology. She says she's gotten so much closer with her dad. He has full custody. She said we just bond so well together. And the husband, father, noted that she's starting to come to dad a lot more and is growing up to be a beautiful woman. She's not allowed to see her mother right now. Lauren shared that she and her mom haven't gotten to the bottom of the stalking. She says, I've talked to her about it, but not necessarily why did you tell me to take my own life? I still question that every day. So she was released from prison last August. And they noticed that between spring of 2023, when they started interviewing Lauren, and when they came back after the mother was released, that Lauren's perspective had changed. So Lauren said in 2023 she liked communicating with her mother when she was in prison, including sending emails back and forth. However, once they came back after she was released from prison, she said she wanted to approach the relationship with more caution and noted that they haven't been allowed to see each other. But she said she would like to see her mom when the time is right. And she hoped that they could build a relationship because she feels like she's missing a part of her, and said now that she's out, I just wanted her to get the help that she needs, and then we'll see each other. It doesn't go back to the old ways and how it was before. Okay, so I don't know. It's just so weird. Let me see if any of you have seen it. Did any of you see it? Hi, Amy. Who is this you're talking about? It's called Unknown Number. Unknown Number. Okay? You haven't seen it. You have went down the rabbit hole. Okay, well, I'm going to be doing Mackenzie in a few minutes. Tell me about the rabbit hole. What have you found out in the rabbit hole? Did you know that Dominic's mother's a lawyer? Did you see the way they told Dominic's mother that her son died? Can you even believe the way they told the woman that? some of the stuff, the way the police handled that is just, it's outrageous to me. Absolutely flipping outrageous to me. What time is it? 11:24. Let me see if I can put the Mod Podge on that other thing while we're waiting to go into the other true crime. It was horrible the way they told her. Okay, let me come over here. All right, let's see. Where is? Yes, let me put this on. This Mod Podge. Yeah, I think it was horrible what they did to her. I have to order some more Mod Podge. Going to the end of this one, it's getting a little lumpy. Okay, put this over here. Let's see. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to get my. There's a certain map that I'm looking for right now. Where did I put you? Oh, I think I put you in here. Do, do, do. I put you in here. Did I put you in here? Put you in here. I might have put him in stuff. Oh, shoot. And that's interesting. That is interesting because put you somewhere. We should be right here. This- Let me see, I'm probably this. This one. Where did I put you? Maybe I put you. The napkin file. And then the napkins. So little time. There's a certain napkin that I'm looking for. That I just had earlier. That I want to use in those ornaments. So what did I do with you, Mr. Napkin? No, I want to do a fish dish. I know I want to do a fish dish with the blue fish. I want to find that napkin. I know it's got to be in. But I brought another napkin I can use. I can start to use. Where did I put that one? I have it. Let's see. These over here. Let me put my mason jars. Okay. Oh, ow, ow, ow. I've got these papers. This one, there was another one that I wanted. There's like a energy. Hold on, let me put these mason jars over here. Finish those up when I get what I want there. Okay. Well, I think I might put them in here. I think I found them. Okay. I want to use some of that one. And then some of that one. And then I have the other little one I brought in. No, I brought that in earlier. Where did I put you? All right, well, let's try some of these. These little hat mittens. Get my scissor. I'm keeping an eye on the time. In about 25 minutes, we're going to start Mackenzie Shrilla. My daughter probably would like these because she knits like crazy and these are like little mittens and hats. Okay. Take the layers off. All right, let's see. Oh, that's still kind of wet. Look at that. Why are they so wet? Turn this over. This one doesn't feel that wet, but I can put the mittens in on that side and a hat on the other side. Ah, hold on a minute. Hard to work under a camera. Salvaged it. So I want to put a hat on the other side. I'm going to put this hat on the other side. Okay. I'm going to try, and then I'm going to put another scene on the back, but I'll probably put some other stuff in there, maybe like the stars that are on there. All right, let's see if is this live for Snoopy. Try I have to put my iron on. My hands are all white again. I wonder why my hands are white. I wonder why my hands are white. I like to do the fish dish. See, this is when I was, oh, if you were in the members live, I was showing about repeating and non-repeating. I don't know if I'm gonna think about that. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna do something I'm not sure of. Not doing something I'm not sure of. Okay. I don't know what to do with this. It's cute little dogs. They are pumpkins. They could go on little pumpkin ornaments. Okay, we're gonna do the Snoopy. And then we're gonna fill them in with paint, right? Where's the? Okay, where's our parchment? Mr. Parchment paper. Where did you go? I swear, I think the parchment paper thief comes over here and takes the parchment. I think it's probably Jimmy. It's probably like, this looks like it needs to be thrown out. No, I reuse it. It's home. A very special meeting on Sunday. Very special. You'll want to know who that is. Okay. Did you see when Georgia Appleman said, stay tuned about Wendy? Wendy's going. Especially after the mother threw her under the bus. She gave them like a gift. Uh-oh, that's okay. Uh-oh, my edge of my iron hit that. But I can fix that. Just gotta pull it very carefully. And luckily, it's just a piece of yellow so I can fill it in with paint too. And just a little smidge. But I want to just get the bump out. Oh, now the bump like Don Adelson. There we go. I have to put a little white paint on there because it's got a smidge there, and then I can put a piece of yellow and you'll never notice it. You will never notice it. I gotta let the white paint dry there. Okay, and then I'm gonna stamp like I'm gonna do a vignette. Yeah, vignette. On there, you'll see, Trust the process, trust in the process. All right. Now, these little gummies. But I've got smaller ones I want to put in the ornaments, and I don't want to just do something just to do it and then be upset with it. So hang on for one quick minute. I've got to take care of something. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. All right. This is the little bird one riser. And then I've got those others I gotta get finished. Those will be in the auction tomorrow night. The little risers and the big risers. And a bunch of other stuff. Denise couldn't wait and bought this before I even finished it. She trusts the process. She knows the process. Okay. It's almost time for Madeline Shrilla. So I'm going to wash my hands, wash my brush, and get my iPad over here. Let me see what I got on my iPad. 92%. We're good. We're good. I got my PDF now perfectly. So we're going to go right. Who remembers the page number? Who's getting the gold star? And I just have to switch off to the other live. Okay, let's see here. Let me wash my brush. Be a good girl. Wash my brush. Wash my hand. So glad Amy's Justice League is back with us. We've missed Amy. Okay. Alrighty. I am going to pop off on the camera, but I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna get us, well, I've got to cover my Mod Podge. Hold on, I gotta shut my iron. Let me get my Mod Podge covered. Thanks for crafting with me for a little while before we go to the crazy text of Mackenzie. I think, did I call her Madeline? Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. I call her Madeline. I call her, what's the other one I do? The other, Monica. Okay. So let me shut down on this. Isabel, good, you solved your problem. Great. Great. I'm glad to see that. We're gonna go redirect over to Madeline Shrilla. Oh boy. Let me just put the redirect in. The redirect. We're gonna do the redirect. The redirect. Boy. Come on now, Carolyn, redirect it. Add the redirect. Beautiful. Okay, so got the redirect on. Save that. Okay. Give me a second here. Okay. Alrighty. So I will see you over there on, oh, that's not this one. What time is it? Oh, we've got 7 minutes. Got 7 minutes before we're whatchamacallit? What am I looking for? Before we officially have to be over there? Okay. So let me just get my, while we're waiting, I'll get my text up here. Hang on. Now video reel says I can mirror my text up there, but I'm not sure how I do that video reel. All right. So let me find where I end this one. It'll redirect you over there, right? Oh, here it is. Okay. See you over there. There's an app for that. There's an app for that on, wait, where? Hold on. Where is it? Or the cord? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute, video reel. Hold on a minute, video reel. Don't go anywhere. Let me try this. Just plug my cord into my machine, right? Okay. I like when people call the computer their machine. I hope that... Wait a second. I'm just... might have an issue because I have a... Let me see where my thingamajigger is. I'm not sure that... Hold on a minute. I don't think... You know what I need, video reel? I need a freaking... I need a freaking... Oh wait, maybe. Hold on a minute, video reel. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Hold on, let me pull this up. Adobe Acrobat. Okay. Hey, it's got us right on the right page. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so how am I going to show that up there? Let me see. You're saying I should see this in my files or something? Let me see. Let me see. Let me make sure my... Oh. Oh, wait, I hear something. Okay, I didn't have the little light on. Where'd you go now? Where am I going to find it, video? It's not where my hard drives are. I heard it make that little ding, you know, when it hooked up. Let me see. Access media? No. Let me turn it on and off again and see. I mean, let me take it off and put it back in and see. It says I can't export it, so let me see. Share via, let me see. Let me go back to the chat. Hold on. How should I share it? There's an app for that. Where's video? Oh boy. Share Carolyn's iPhone. No, share it to Carolyn's computer. Share it to Zoom. Hold on a minute. Hey, Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, if I can get that on Zoom. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me go sign into Zoom. Wait a second. I've never signed into Slack on this device. I don't want to check my email. No, thank you. Let me see what my workplace URL is. Okay. No, hold on a second. I don't have to, wait, you know what? I don't have to go into Slack. Let me just join the freaking meeting. Hold on, I can just do it with the meeting ID that's in here. Just hold on. We don't need to go freaking ourselves out. Okay, let me get the meeting ID. Okay. All right, got that. Join. Get the passcode. And I can just share my screen. Easy peasy. Wait a sec. What the freak? Super freak, super freak. How do I get rid of this? Okay. Let me see. I don't. There we go. Okay. Now, join. Oh, look, that worked. Work happy with the companion. Okay. Now I have to mute. Hey, where's my controls? Mute. Let me shut the volume. Turn the volume. Okay, no volume. Now I have to share my screen, but I have to get my screen up, right? All right, let me see here. let me get the Adobe Acrobat. All right, I've got it up there now. Okay. Now I want to share my screen. Gail, can you make me a co-host on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now I have share. Hold on, now I see it. This is fun. Share my screen or my iCloud or my website. Share my screen.
No, I can't. I'm only co-host.
Okay, somehow I am allowed to share, so it's all good. Okay, let me go to the, get rid of this. I want to get rid of this. I have to go to Acrobat. Oh, look. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? All right. Let me. I just have to mute the Zoom. That's a beautiful thing, you guys. Thank you, video. Let me just mute my speaker wherever the heck my speaker. Okay. There it is up there. I just want to mute my speaker. Okay. Should be. Oh, where's my volume? Wrong way. Okay. Now I want to go back to the share. There we go. But I know I have the voice on here. I don't know why. I got my speaker down. Why is it doing that? Video? Maybe I should just mute. Well, hold on. I wonder if you'll. What if I use my iPad to talk? If I let me try this. I'm going to mute the computer and you tell me if you can hear me on the iPad. Okay. Can you hear me? You can. I can hear myself. Now I have to mute this. So there. We're good. Then we have no echo and I'll just use the sound through the iPad. Okay, now I got to go back to the Acrobat. There we go. Beautiful. We've got it now. Now we're cooking with propane. Okay, I'm going to then, now that we've got that all figured out, look at how great that is. Video, you see that? She got it. Okay, I'm going to end this one and let's go over to the other one. This is going to be fun tonight.